Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about ways you can make money with money. So you have some money, you want to invest it, you want to turn it into more money. This might just be the video for you. So first one on the list is buy low cost goods and resell them. I have done this before and it works pretty good. I usually get, you can get up to over 100% profit from doing this. For example, I used to, down in high school, used to buy bulk cans of soda, and since there was dormitories and all that, no one else could get soda anywhere else, so it was kind of a captive audience as well. And it used to cost me about 50 cents a can after bulk buying them, and I'd resell them for $2, so that's 150% profits right there, which isn't bad. Next one we got here is buy things you can use to help you start a business. So you could go ahead and invest in, I don't know, a lawnmower, and then go mowing lawns, mow people's lawns, get some money. Invest in window cleaning equipment, go clean windows. Any number of things. I mean, you could take it to extremes. You could buy a boat and then use it to go fishing or whatever. Next one, invest in stocks. This one can be a bit risky. If you're going to invest in stocks, it's probably best don't try day trading or whatever. I mean, you can try it if you want, but I believe a lot of the wealthier people like Warren Buffett and all that, they made their money by investing in stocks and shares and just leaving them for a very long time. This one is sort of more of a long-term one if you're wanting to really grow it. It's going to work a lot better if you have more money. The next one is invest in shares. So this is like investing in shares of a company. When the company makes money, you get paid by how much profit they make every so often when you're going through the year. Usually they pay out either annually or maybe 4 times a year, 6 times a year, depends on the company. That can be a good one. Again, it's a bit risky. Shares can go up and down in value pretty fast. Anyway, moving on to number 5. Invest in an index fund. One of the ones that's most talked about by Warren Buffett in particular would be the SPS 500 or something. I've forgotten exactly what it's called. It's so an index fund is basically you put, say, $1,000 into an index fund, and the index fund splits the money between like 500 different companies. So you're investing in like 500 different companies, and it will put more money in to a company if that company is doing better. And the idea is it's not really a get-rich-quick scheme. You'd invest in it and you'd just leave it, and then after a significant period of time, you should get some profits. And it's a lot less risky than just investing in shares or day trading or anything, because when you invest in an index fund, there's 500 different companies you can lean back on, or however many is in the index fund, which means if 1 or 2 or even 100 of the companies go down, you've still got a significant amount that's invested and gonna still make you money. Moving on to number 6, we have hire people who can make you a profit. So if you've got an idea, for example, you need something done, and you can somehow figure out how to get someone else to do something for you that you can then mark off for more money than you're paying to employ that person, that would be another great thing that you could do. Moving on to number 7, buy a YouTube channel. This one could be a bit risky. You're going to want to do your research before you go ahead doing this. But could be great passive income source if there's like a lot of content on there, like tutorials, for example, that are going to stay relevant for a long period of time. It could be a good source. It's a bit of a gamble. Often when you go to buy a YouTube channel or whatever, it'll be going rapidly down in revenue or something, and that's why they're selling it. But you can make a little bit of extra money off this. Obviously, it will take a while to pay itself back. If you want better results, you'd have to continue to upload and provide content on that channel. We could also go back to the previous one and hire someone else to do that for you, hopefully at a cost that's lower than how much it is giving you in revenue. Moving on, we have buy a small business. So you could go look in the papers or online and find a business that you think you can carry on or improve. Go ahead and buy it. They range in price from not too expensive to very expensive, so it's sort of more of a big one buying a business. You could buy a lawn mowing business or something else like that that's already been set up. Let's move on to number 9. Buy property and rent it out. This is definitely a more top tier one. I believe this is how the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad made most of his funds before he started writing books and getting famous and rich off that. But you buy property, rent it out. Obviously, it's going to take a pretty long time to pay itself back. But you could do that. Another option as well that I didn't include in the list would be property flipping, which is you like buy a house and then you sell it for more than you bought it. A bit dodgy, but if it works, it works. Let's move on to number 10. Buy something you can rent out. So for example, let's say there's a bunch of people and they need trailer or whatever. You could buy a trailer, for example. And not everyone owns a trailer, so you could then rent the trailer out. Obviously, the market is going to change from area to area, but you could make a profit off that. Or another thing you could do is, buy a vending machine and set it up somewhere. That's going to be a bit of a mission. Buy a vending machine, and then, well, it's not really renting out, but you're sort of renting the service of food availability. There's a bunch of different things that you could buy and then rent out. Kayaks, drones, anything like that. And yeah, that is the end of the list here. So thank you for watching and have an excellent day. Goodbye.